Welcome to the Pool Nation podcast, where it's all pool talk. And we ain't talking about netting and jetting or splashing and dashing. We're talking about becoming a nation of pool pros. We talk about the latest products, trends, and training in the pool industry. Now let's welcome your host, with over a decade of industry insider experience and still the reigning champion of Marco Polo, Edgar De Jesus, and his co-host, John J.J. Flawless, the fastest netter in the West, and Zach the Pool Boy Nicholas.
Welcome, everyone, to the Pool Nation Live podcast. I am your host, Edgar De Jesus, and yes, I am the reigning champion of Marco Polo, along with my boy, JJ Flawless, the fastest netter in the West, and the famous Zach, the Pool Boy Nicholas. Today, we are in the brand new AquaStar Studios out in Ventura, California. Absolutely stunning. Want to talk about that, want to share. For those that are listening, we are also streaming on Instagram all by itself so that you can get the beauty of the whole studio, right? And you can see John's full picture view, right? Because normally it's just a side camera view.
100%.
But we're giving you a full, just beautiful view.
Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
3 times, baby. 3 times is the charm,
It is.
baby. Three
It
times
is.
is the charm. So anyways, we are excited to be out here at Ventura with the boys over at AquaStar, and we're going to get into the studio. Before we do that, I want to welcome everyone to our live podcast, the podcast where it's all pool talk, and we ain't talking about netting and jetting or splashing and dashing. We are talking about becoming
A nation of pool pros.
That's right, baby. And yes, we will talk about the latest products, trends, and training in the pool industry. But before we get started today, I want to thank our visionary partners for this podcast, the SPPA, Blu-ray XL, AquaStar Pool Products, Natural Chemistry, Raypack, Heritage Pool Supply, Hayward Pool Products, Poolside Tech, Pool Brain, and U.S. Motors. We want to thank them for their continued support. Mr. Zacharias, you're a little quiet over there in the corner, and I think that's because he's showing a lot of leg over. I wonder if people can see that in the on the Instagram Live. They probably can, right?
According to Corey, they can.
According to Corey, Corey, yeah. But so for everybody listening, by the way, we are in the brand new AquaStar Studio, so we do have an audience.
You can see it
Here in the studio. So obviously we can't see the Instagram live stream, but you know Zach was wanting to show his sexy legs. He's wanting to buy the short shorts.
You can't find anything but shorts.
No.
No.
I'm coming to California, going to the beach. What's the attire? And I said short shorts or boy shorts, and there you are.
Grew some hair and came out with short shorts. I like it.
He's on full dad mode right now.
Like total dad mode. What kind of shoes are you wearing?
Hey, dudes.
Hey, dudes.
Yep.
Oh, Lord. Are you wearing long socks, short socks?
Short socks.
Short socks. Short socks. Hey, dude. Yeah,
And
total.
you can't,
total.
we can't look at the spectacles as well.
Well, I didn't want to just kind of throw all that out there, but, you know, he finally has decided that it is time to embrace his older, body. And
I wish I would have done it about 8 years ago, because the world is completely different now that I can see things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
yeah. So why don't you look at the camera over there so everybody could get that perfect view of you with glasses now? So, welcome to the big leagues, buddy. The blind leading the blind. And John, we know that you have glasses. You just refuse to wear them.
I refuse.
You just refuse to wear them.
I'm stubborn.
So, even though Mama says that you look sexy with them.
It is Friday.
It is Friday.
It is Friday.
Where are the glasses?
And wear the glasses.
Yep.
Yeah. So, how you doing, Mr. Flawless?
I got a little bit of deja vu.
All
You know
over
what I
again?
mean? I'm feeling a little bit of deja vu today. You
Uh-huh.
kind of get that, but I'm trying to take it all in. But I'm happy to be here, and to be honest, I am absolutely stunned. This is the first time we're actually doing a podcast where I kind of feel like new at it again. You know what I mean? Where we've been doing this now for I don't know how many years, going on 4 or 5 years or whatever. And this time it's kind of like, oh my God, this is, you kind of get the little bit of the butterflies and you're looking at this wonderful studio that the folks over at AquaStar have put together. And, they had this pretty awesome montage of video that they set up. And we're going to kind of get a little bit deeper into it. But in all reality, this is pretty amazing. And this has been a long time coming. And I'm excited to be the first and honored that you guys have us here. to be able to showcase your guys' studio and to be able to do our podcast remotely from somewhere other than where we're used to doing it, but we're better than with our friends and family over at AquaStar. So we're real excited to get down into it and to talk about it and to introduce the world and the pool industry into what you guys have in store for everybody. So thanks for having us.
We've been having way too much fun.
We have been having way too much fun. Yeah.
We have. Michael hasn't.
Michael's been a little bit stressed out, but I think we figured it out, right, Michael? Yep. He's like, yep, from the distance. So, by the way, I've got my computer up here, and I'm kind of watching both of the views. And Todd, I think I'm going to show you this because. So there's the one view, right, of you can see the camera. So for everybody that's listening that is going to listen to this later, so obviously I'm showing Todd on the computer the two different view setups that we have. So that's the panned in close up picture of what you're going to see. And by the way, that wall right there looks real, like completely looks real, right? Yeah. So that's pretty crazy. But then check this out. Check how cool that looks.
Yeah.
So for those of you that are watching on Instagram, you guys can see the whole studio, which is, very cool. And we're going to obviously talk a little bit about that. Before I do that, I want to give a couple shout outs. Brianne the Bleach, thanks for keeping us in shape. She was kind of sending us message to get our stuff together. Right. Hey, Golden State Pools, big shout out to you out there. And of course, we have Mr. Corey Wax in the studio. Woo woo! Big shout out. Hey, Kim Kings, big shout out. VS Pool Care. Hey, Haley Krause is listening live. And then our boy Brian Cresson is in studio. What's up? Big shout out. And of course, Omar, Mama Flawless. Edgar is wearing dad shoes. I'm totally wearing dad shoes, bro, but I'm a dad. I'm the old guy of the crowd. So look at those shoes, Todd. Yep. Topsiders, 86 is what when we used to wear these. Yes. So I found some retro, and that's what I'm wearing. So there you go. So, hey, El Compa Jaden's Pools, what's going on? We'll see you tomorrow. Looking forward to catching all of you guys out at the PEP boot camp out in Van Nuys, California. Mr. Pieri, how are you?
Amazing. Welcome. We're excited to have you guys here. This is going to be fun.
So. We're super thrilled to be here. Obviously, we're super thrilled to be the first ones to be able to launch a podcast from the brand new AquaStar Studios, which we're going to get into because you guys have just done an absolutely amazing job, just like you normally do, right? Like now, I think that's just the expectation of Todd going, "Oh, we're going to do something." We already have an idea, but then we know it's going to be 2 or 3, maybe 5 notches below what our brains can kind of comprehend, and so. When we came out to the studio for the first time and you had us blindfolded. So Zach, you weren't here, but they blindfolded us in here. So we weren't able to see any of this. And then all of a sudden they took off the covers and, kind of were able to watch everything that's set up, which we'll talk about here in a minute. And it's just been absolutely amazing. Like you guys do at everything. It's either top notch or nothing at all. Yeah. So excited to be able to talk about that. I want to get into that. Let's do something really quick. Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that we have coming up. So we are headed tomorrow over to the PEP in Van Nuys, and we're really kind of excited about that. We were going to have about 40 people. Mm-hmm. I think we're up to like 72 people because I keep not being able to say no. As a matter of fact, one of the moments I went out and I took a phone call and they're like, "Hey, I have one more employee." I'm like, just bring them down. What the heck, right?
You're going to need 2 coffee trucks.
I'm going to need 2 coffee trucks. Yeah. Luckily, I'm going to be there like right early, so I'll be able to be one of the first ones to be like, "Hey, let me have 2 coffee cups." Okay, you guys go. So just like this morning, right, John?
Yeah, no, for sure. That was a funny story. Maybe we won't get into it, but you and your coffee, there's nothing that gets in between you and the coffee, especially in the morning, right? I think the first thing you did when you woke up, right? You came out and go, "Did you go get me coffee?"
I did.
I'm like, "Bro, really?" Seriously, he comes out.
So what ended up happening to us yesterday, Todd, is I got on the plane and I'm literally sitting ready to take off, and I get a message from our VRBO host, and he goes, "I made a mistake. We can only host you for 1 night. You got to find a place for the next 2 nights." Right as I'm ready to take off, right? So I start to chat with support, and they're like, "Oh, you can't chat with us on support. You have to call." I'm like, "I'm about to take off." And they're like, "Well, you have to wait." So I landed. John picked me up. I spent about 40 minutes on the phone on hold, and then the call dropped. And then I jumped back on again, and it was about another 32 minutes by the time that me and John were just like, just cancel the whole damn thing. Like screw you guys. Like we're done. And they canceled it. And of course, we're having dinner at 11 o'clock at night,
first
trying
we're
to
sitting
figure
at
out.
the parking lot by the Burbank Airport, right? Sitting there like a bunch of weirdos, right? Trying to figure out what we're going to do and where we're going to stay, and contemplating whether or not we're going to be sleeping in the car. You know what I mean? Because hotel rooms were kind of booked, and some of them were just astronomical in prices. And then we're like, no, we can find some. We finally said, hey, look, we're hungry, and we ended up at the Yard House. And at midnight, we found a place that we can stay, and it turned out to be okay.
It turned out to be
Sounds
okay.
like it was fate from the sound of the other place.
Well, it's a little weird. I mean,
we
it
all-
has like a his and her bathroom in there, and there's two. The toilets are like side by side. It's like pretty weird.
It's pretty damn weird, bro. It's like
But,
it's almost meant for like two people to sit and talk while they're going to that. It's really weird.
It's kind of weird.
It's really odd. So
Yeah.
But anyways, so that's what ended up happening to us, last night. But of course, what did I tell you we were going to do? Crash whose house?
Crash who's? Oh, Todd's. Yeah.
I totally did.
I told Todd that today over at Van Nuys. I was like, dude, we almost went to your house, bro. He's going to wake up.
We're there.
Yeah, right. He's going to see us down by the fire pit, kind of snuggling. You know what I mean? Down over there.
But
Bring it.
hey, just to let you know, that's the way that we think about you.
I love it.
That we went, hey, our savior, if everything goes wrong, is going to be Todd, and he's not going to kick us out. And I can sleep in one of those little dog things you have.
Yeah.
Because your dogs sleep like little kings down there.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with just kind of balling up and sleeping over there.
They'd
So,
appreciate it too.
yeah.
And of
Little
course,
company.
Zach got to miss all that because he
He mi-
flew
yeah.
in this morning.
Yeah. So anyway, so of course I get to the Airbnb and there's no coffee. There's no coffee, little packets or any of that kind of stuff. And I'm telling John, oh, bro, this is not going to be good for you in the morning. I'm like, I wake up and the first thing that I have to do is I have to have my cup of coffee. And I'm so spoiled that what ends up happening is Leanne comes over and goes, good morning, sweetie, and puts my cup of coffee right on the nightstand.
Yeah.
So I woke up
You
and I'm
didn't-
like,
you didn't do that?
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
I'm
well, I
like,
told him, I'm not Leanne, bro.
I'm like, bro, you didn't call me sweetheart. You didn't rub me on the shoulder and say,
Yeah.
here's your cup of coffee. I expected you to get up early,
Yeah.
go drive, get some coffee, and be like, bro, I got your back.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll leave it at this. You without your coffee is like the Snickers commercial. You know what I mean? Where you're
Oh,
being a
it
diva
is.
or whatever.
It
That
is.
is absolutely
Yeah,
you.
no.
And you came out because your hair is always done like perfect. And so he came out this morning like, you know what I mean?
was like-
Hair is all messed up.
Dude, I was like
Literally the first thing
discombobulated.
he comes running out, right? And of course, our rooms are right next to each other as well, right? And I'm sitting there, and I've been up for God knows, I've been up for hours. He gets up and he's like, it's 7 o'clock. Where's my coffee?
I did. I'm like, John, did you happen to go get me some
like,
coffee?
"No,
I thought
bro."
he'd be cool and go get me. No, not a Zach. So.
So then you got two, and you're double.
So
fisting.
yeah, so I walked in and I go to the girl. Okay, I need 2 cappuccinos. I need 1 extra hot and 1 regular, right? Because I could drink this one, and by the time I'm ready for the next one, I should have done 3 is what I should have done because I still needed that other one. But
Well, you'll have a
Anyways.
full truck tomorrow. So.
yeah, and we ended up going in for a cup of coffee, and we ended up spending like $70 in food.
Yeah, it
and
was really good, though.
it's
It
really
was
good. Yeah,
though. It was
so,
really good, though.
but yeah, we will have a full truck tomorrow. Coffee truck, compliments of the
And-
SPPA
And
from
smoothies
Danielle.
as well.
So they have hot drinks,
Smoothies.
they have all the cold drinks, all the brews, mochas, all that kind of stuff, and they'll have smoothies.
Brian. Brian will love the smoothies.
Yeah.
Excited about that, Brian? Yeah.
Nope.
He's not paying attention now that he should be paying attention. Like before he was like, and now that he should be, he's not. He's over there TikToking over there. So, anyways. So we are headed tomorrow to do that boot camp. We're excited to be able to kind of hang out with everybody out there. And then from there, we go into the nomination night, which is going to be August 20th over at Heritage Pool Supply. Not Heritage Pool Supply, Heritage Headquarters. But then from there, the very next day, we do the Women's Summit, which is going to be August 21st and 22nd. And we're really excited about that. We are going to drop a big, huge bomb on that one. We're going to announce something over at that Women's
Yes.
Summit. It's going to be big. That we've partnered with Heritage to do. So we're going to share about that day. And then from there, hey, we head right out there to the PSP Expo. We head over, we're going to do the $10,000 Pool Pro Challenge. The 23rd of October, we do the Pool Nation Awards. And then the 24th and the 25th, we do the Pool Nation Conference out there in Las Vegas. So we're excited about that. And then the other thing that we have is we're going to be going deep into the business, which, by the way, I'm trying to convince Todd to do a business class.
Ooh.
Right? Don't you think that would
Yeah.
be a good one?
I think it would be.
But that's like, look, that's what I get. He's like, But do you remember something that you said to me that has stuck in my head, and I talked about it at one of the Pool Nation Awards? You came to me when we did a video clip for the first financial class that we did. You remember that? And I asked you to do a little video that I played for everybody. You remember that? You don't remember that?
Buy low, sell high?
No. So we went, you said only buy AquaStar for the video at the end of the
there we
beginning,
go.
but,
Yeah.
but what else did you expect, right? So, you talked about financials, you talked about, a profit and loss, and obviously knowing your numbers and all that kind of stuff. And you said, knowing your numbers is going to fundamentally change the way that you do business. And that's kind of stuck in my head. And I think it's going to be there till the day I die. So, I think you need to do a business class. I think you need to.
Is it optional at this point?
Todd's also given me a couple pieces of advice over the years too, but I don't think I can.
You can share those.
I can't share it.
Are they for Friday nights?
No,
No?
we haven't gone there yet, but I'm sure down another 5 years.
So anyway, so we are going to be doing a huge, business track out there. One of the classes that we're going to be doing is, especially for the pool pros, is really kind of turning pools into profits and really kind of how to build a business and not a route, right? Like, especially from the beginning, that roadmap that we follow. And we're going to break that down so that pool pros really have a focus on profit from day one.
Yeah, and then we're going to be jumping into turning metrics into money and what your financials are telling you. So basically, stop guessing at where you're at and start leading with actual data so that you can uncover some profits and understand what it takes to run a successful business.
And then we're going to move into know your costs, grow your profits, business math made simple for pool pros. And this is really just going to get into some of the formulas and methods to help price your services right and protect your bottom line.
Hey, I am looking on here before I jump over to the next one. Big huge shout out to Anibal Manuel. Who is that? Chalmark, AquaStar. Who's that? That seems like it's somebody that we would know. Who is that? We don't know who that is? Oh, we're going to check it out. So, hey, Stay Fresh Pools, big shout out to you out there. Anna as well, Neen Plant, Nello's Pools, big shout out to all you guys. Alexa, Natalia, which is on here. We're excited to be able to see her tomorrow. And Mr. Chris Melee, all the way from Florida,
Chris.
baby. Big shout out to you out there. So anyways, from there, we go into financial planning. We are going to be talking about exit strategy, right? And this is something that we talk about all the time. At some point, we can't do this anymore physically. So how do you set up your business to be able to get the most amount of dollars out of it?
Yeah, and then we're going to finish off day one with profit is not cash, mastering cash flow to stay in control all year. And it's basically going to teach you how to avoid cash crunches and to build financial stability.
And then in day two, we're going to move into some of the more employee team building classes, and we're going to start with the talent life cycle. And that's really going to be building skills for business success and kind of learning how to unlock your team's potential by learning that talent life cycle, how to help them build skills at every stage to drive performance, foster team growth, and really just create a thriving people-powered organization.
I think Zach looks a little bit more believable with the glasses, right? Yeah, like a little bit more intense, kind of.
Is it?
You're looking a little bit too intense over there, bro.
You're making him blush again.
I made him blush and take him off. From there, we're going to be developing high-performing teams and really kind of talking about, setting you up to create strategies to be able to build, lead, and inspire, performing teams. At the end of the day, Todd, this, right? You've got your entire team. It's, how do you build that high-performing team? How do you find the right people that are going to fit within your culture in order to be able to kind of really perform the way that the company needs to perform?
Yeah, the next class ties directly into that and learning how to expand from there. And it's the power of partnership, cultivating true collaboration in your team. And, it's teaching you that collaboration isn't just about working together. It's about working smarter together. So it's going to be in a pretty important course, but building on the understanding of how important it is to have partnerships and teamwork.
Todd, can you say a couple words for us? You seem like you're just a little quiet.
No, you asked me to you talk about me doing a business class, and I'm listening to this lineup here, and this is incredible. Like, I'm not adding anything to this.
Okay.
This is an unbelievable lineup here.
I just wanted to do that because Melissa jumped on and I wanted her to see that you are doing the podcast. So
there
big
you go.
shout out to Melissa out there. She's saying hi.
Well, you already got part of the family coming out for the Women's Summit, and right, Melissa's going to be.
Melissa, let me tell you that we are so excited. And Doreen and I were talking about it yesterday. We met and we kind of started going through the lineup, and we're like super thrilled that she's going to do the kickoff and I know you might be a little bit biased, right?
A little bit.
Why?
But she is a badass woman, right? Talk about somebody that is going to be able to inspire all these women. Somebody that's built, 2 huge companies, millions and millions of dollars in revenue, that entire cycle. So I don't want to talk about it too much because I'll give up too much of it, right? But we're really excited that you're going to be out there, Melissa. So thank you for doing that.
Shout out to the Hive.
Yeah.
That's right.
Let's go.
And don't think Edgar can't find somewhere to fit you in the line. So after the power of partnership, we're going to dive into time management strategies. And this is really going to go over how to take control of your day and maximize your productivity. And it's just kind of help you find those practical time management techniques to help prioritize your tasks, minimize distraction, and make every minute count. And I think that's super important in today's world with all the doom scrolling. I mean, you guys get that thing that tells you your screen time. And honestly, I get that, and it's super depressing. I know I'm wasting a lot of time, so I will be taking this class.
He's on Google. He doesn't get that.
Yeah,
He's an Android.
I'm an Android user. I don't get that. What is that?
You don't want it. I'll just tell you that.
So, hey, from there we go to the last one, which is driving results through accountability, right? You can do all these things. You can kind of try to set up the best business in the world. At the end of the day, it's accountability, not just for you, but also for all your employees, and really kind of how to strategize and set up that team, accountability. So,
what a mic drop lineup. Like that's an incredible. Like, if you're not coming to this as a pool professional and learning from this, you walk out of these classes, you're going to understand how to run your business. You're going to understand your cash flow. You're going to understand how to build a team. And what you guys have put together for this lineup is absolutely incredible. And kudos to you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Pretty amazing.
We're particularly proud of this one. This has been a cultivation years of us putting together some curriculum and getting the right people in, on the team, and especially now with having Doreen, right, who's going to be heading this and really taking charge. This is going to be quite the curriculum for any pool pro that wants to level up and become better at what they do. Because like we said, we truly believe, you can be the best technician in the world, you can be the prettiest plumber, and you can make the cleanest glue joints, or you can wire the prettiest panel, but if you don't understand how to run a business, then it's all really for naught, and you're not truly unlocking the potential, in what your business is capable of. So hopefully those of you that are going to be joining, this is going to be something that is going to hopefully be life-changing for you guys, and it's going to put you in a better position so that you are better businessmen and businesswomen. But thanks, Todd.
Absolutely.
Much appreciated.
I appreciate that. Then from there, we also have the Matrix classes for the members of the Business Matrix. You guys will get your own classes. You'll have 2 days of classes. Your classes are going to be a little bit different. Nobody else, only the Matrix people can join. And then those classes are really going to be 2-hour classes where the first hour is kind of learning the skill, but more importantly, the second hour is going to be practicing the skill, right? One of the things that we find, that we get out there is a lot of times they learn the first part, but they don't know how to apply the second part. And they've kind of given us that feedback. They've talked about that. And so we kind of went out, and for the Matrix, we kind of changed that a little bit. So we do have a special lineup for you guys with regards to those classes. So we're really excited to do that. So, hey, big shout out to Mr. Kevin turning metrics into money. Mr. Corey Holland is telling you, John, that he's got half of a cow coming up next month, and it's Wagyu.
I'm ready.
It's Wagyu, but it's next month.
Oh, next month. You said next week. Well,
No,
all
it's next
I'll
month.
fly out to Texas for that.
You'll
No
fly
problem.
out to Texas for that?
Absolutely. Well, it seems like I'm going to be there every other week moving forward from now. You know what I mean? We've gone through our schedule. We got quite the busy.
Yeah, he's got some
So
weeks
this is
where
crunch time.
I felt bad. So by the way, just to let you know, Todd, I take the heat for every time I got to call John and tell him something, right? So we were going to stay at a place, and it was a little sketchy. And so I called John and I'm like, hey, I got the address. It's a little sketchy. Don't bring Sexy Rexy, right? Like, we want to protect Sexy Rexy. So he's like, great. Okay, so what do I got to do? I got to bring up the Mercedes. So I get up here and I'm talking to him, and he took the car in and he had to change the brakes and he had to get new tires and he got to get all that kind of stuff. And
all within one night. Had to find tires and get them transferred in from Rancho Cucamonga, you know what I mean? And I'm fighting to get all this so I can get it done. Yeah.
And so, of course, I go over to Leanne and I go, oh my God, look at what happened to John. And I told him not to bring Sexy Rex, you know, that kind of stuff. Leanne's all like, what are you doing to John? Why do you always do this to him? Like, now he's got to go spend all this money to fix that. And I'm like,
I had to
why,
do it anyway.
Why is it my fault that he's got to change
We
his
literally
tires?
have like 7 vehicles, though, right? And they're all we got a lot. So we just had the car that was just parked in the garage for a while. It was chilling. I know I had to get some work done to it. I wasn't planning on taking it. So I was like, we got 15 other cars we can drive around. But we had to do it. But
He helped you get your to-do list done.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but now my wife is mad at me.
Yeah, well,
Because
I'm okay with that. That's a win, actually.
That's a win?
That is a win.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
a win.
Anyways, so I apologize, John.
It's all
Leanne,
right.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
What can I say? So, all right, everybody, we want to talk about why we came here. So obviously, you know, you guys have been doing this studio for quite a while. And so for everybody that's listening and for everybody that's watching, obviously, if you go to Instagram, you can see the entire studio. This is something that did not happen overnight. But, you know, like I was saying earlier, you know, you guys just, it's everything that you do. And I think that's why it's so easy to partner with you guys. And we talk about it all the time. And people always ask us, why do you work so well with Heritage, right? Why do you work so well with AquaStar? Why do you work so well with your partners? And a lot of it is we truly align, like, right? Like your values are our values. What you want to do for the pool pros is the same thing that we want to do for the pool pros. So then it doesn't become work, right? Because we're completely both on the same page. And we've talked about it all the time with regards to, you know, doing better education in the industry. And we believe that that is the pillar, right? We believe that helping pool pros be financially successful is the number one pillar that we need to put up in the industry for the entire industry to rise, right? There's other things, but if we can help them be successful in that, it's going to have a huge impact in the industry. And not everybody sees that. You guys see that. And that's why our vision aligns, you know, so well. So, you know, you guys come up with the concept and you guys have figured this out very quickly with regards to what you need to do with social media, what you need to do with content, how the generations are changing, right? A lot of people don't want in-person meetings anymore. They want to be able to watch the content and the video when they want to. The younger generation is on TikTok, on Instagram, all that kind of stuff. Brian is still on MySpace, but that's a whole different animal together right there, right? But this younger generation, yeah, that's how they want to consume the content. And so you guys make the decision, we're all in, right? And we're going to create a studio. We're going to create something like nothing in the industry, you know, whatsoever. And so what inspired you guys to take a look at that? Because we know it costs a lot of money. We know it's very difficult to put a mathematical ROI on it, and a lot of companies don't see it, right? We talk to it. But what inspired you guys to do it, and what made you build it?
Well, honestly, the inspiration from the jump came from the initial partnership with you guys, right? We partnered early on, and we started to realize that content is king. We talk about it all the time, and it started to become more and more important. And as you said, we're picking up our phones and we're learning how to whatever we're doing, whether it's cleaning your filter or changing a filter in your dishwasher or wherever, we're picking up our phone to learn how to do that. And so we felt like as we move forward over the years with our relationship, and understood that getting this content out was so important. And that's where the inspiration originally came from. I remember doing our first podcast, and it wasn't with you guys, but Steve and I went and we came back, and, you know, and the owner, Olaf, was at the beginning was kind of like, I don't know I quite understand, at the beginning. And I don't think he'll mind me saying that, but we quickly understood, right? We started to see the impact it was making on everything, and just typical Ulaf style, man. When we go for something, he doesn't waste a dime, right? We're going for it, and no stone unturned, and he wants to empower his team to perform, at their top level, and to do that, we're able to give them the best tools that we can possibly give them. And now we've created something where we're extremely proud of, just like our hydraulic lab that you guys have visited here, and we feel like it's state of the art, and we can produce anything we want in here. And the digital catalog has been a vision for a while, and I think that's going to be huge for the industry, and that's something that poor Michael has got a lot of work ahead of him.
We kept Michael's microphone off so that he wouldn't cuss when that came up. So, it's absolutely amazing. And the first time that we came out and we looked at it, I turned to John after we were leaving and stuff like that, and I go, I've had a dream of always putting a studio together. I go, but just to let you know, we're always going to be second best. There's no way that it doesn't matter how big we get, that we're going to be second. And I'm okay with that. I'm like totally okay with that. But what you guys have done here for everything from, and we'll talk about all those things, but it just has been, top notch, and really to focus on the content is going to be huge.
Yeah, look, we're going to be, we've done teaser videos, and we've been doing this now for the last couple months, and we've been talking about this, right? And I'm sure people might be looking at this or listening to the live Instagram live or listening to our podcast and going, okay, great, what a wonderful studio, right? And these guys are hyping it up and trying to understand it. I want to take a step back and really get down to the purpose of it. And I remember our conversation when we were first here and we were looking at it, and I walked away and I was just completely floored, not at the fact that what you guys have done, right? When it comes down, yes, the best of the best, but more importantly, the understanding or the true belief in what this is supposed to accomplish, right? And it's not just for hosting a podcast with us or doing this or having fun or whatever it may be, but truly investing in the industry and the service pros primarily, right? So that we can deliver quality content. There's always been education out there, right? And we've always talked about it, and we've always wanted to bring higher education, better education, so that we can build people's confidence so they can be better businessmen and women and better at their trade. But when it comes down to manufacturers or comes down to some of the vendors and the way it has been in the past, education has always kind of been not necessarily very sexy, or it's always been
an afterthought.
It is an afterthought. I'm not going to say it's not important. It was always important, but not as important as it should have been, right? Or truly didn't understand the impact. And Edgar, you were talking about ROI, and we understand it coming from corporate worlds, and we get it. It's hard to really justify putting this much time and effort. And you can talk about equipment costs, right, and doing this, or the real estate to doing it, but the manpower behind it, right, and the hours involved in doing it, and to be able to come here and to teach people, to educate people, or to educate the industry, and not being able to turn around and say, okay, yeah, we made all these wonderful videos, or we did all this education, to better the industry when it comes down to hydraulics, when it comes down to safety, when it comes down to products or whatever it may be, and then how does that relate to cash, right? How do we figure that out? And you guys get it. It's not, this isn't a short-term thing, right? This is the long haul. And, it really brings joy to my heart to know that, as the years go by, and from when I first started, and the reason why we did what we did and we created Pool Nation, was for this reason exactly, to kind of help change the industry, right? And we can only do so much. And I can tell you that you guys jumping in and, putting your stake in the ground and saying that, we believe, how important education is and we want to educate people, I think is putting us really in a good position as an industry, and I'm just absolutely floored here. I feel like, I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, we're doing this. The audio's so beautiful, Edgar. I don't know how we're gonna ever do a podcast right now.
That's
right?
what I'm saying. I said, I came in, I sit down in the mics, and first of all, I looked at the mics, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
shoot.
this is like, we're gonna. I mean, it's gonna be
These are
like Mickey Mouse or
M7Bs.
like
Yeah.
kindergarten type stuff when we're doing our stuff in our studio. And did we? By the way, I know this is off subject,
I
but
think
we have Spider at home. But did we introduce Snake?
Oh, that's true. We forgot all about Snake in the studio. What's going on, brother? Let's turn around that Instagram live so everybody can see Snake over there. He's also known as LM. So we're still trying to figure out what the LM is for. They won't tell us, but we'll figure it out somehow. I'm assuming, maybe the L for Lewis, Michael or something like that. Maybe it's a first name that, so.
Close.
We could take.
You
a
got
poll.
part of it right.
Yeah.
I think what you're saying too about like putting out quality content. One thing that I've learned, especially being around Edgar, is that the devil's in the detail, right? And he is so much about, you could do the same thing side by side, but the details can make the biggest difference. And I think that making those investments also lets the pool pros know that like you're invested in them. It makes them feel like someone truly cares enough to go above and beyond. And the videos and the pictures, they don't do this space any justice at all. I mean, when you're in here, it is completely amazing. And I wanted to ask you, how long did this project take, like from design to completion? And then I know this was very well thought out. What were some of the things that when you were putting this together and kind of concepting of it that you guys knew you had to have some of those features?
Yeah, the concept really started 4 years ago now, 3 years ago, where Olaf had, in another brainchild idea where he decided we're going to go for it. And when you talk about the devil in the details, like his mantra has been from day one since I started working for him that everything makes a difference. And, we've talked about this before. It sounds simple enough, right? But when you really start thinking about everything makes a difference, it gets kind of daunting, right? And especially when you start trying to pull off something like this, where we've never put a studio together before. We're good at building pool components and we're really good at innovation, but we never, and we outsourced a little bit of the project, but not much. We have a facilities engineer that really took the bull by the horns here, which is Ethan, his youngest son, and did his research on from the mics to the cables to the insulation, and not the visual stuff. The visual stuff's kind of easy, right? When the star on the wall, the TV, that stuff's easy. But how do we make this seamless, and how do we make it functional? And that foundation, that fundamental, that principle that we lean on as a company really, I believe, shows in this studio, and we're crazy proud of it.
That was actually really cool when we were talking earlier, because like at first you would think like, did someone like very professional went to school in sound engineering, and you're like, no, we got the team here that put it all together. And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, this is a lot of blood, sweat, and tears for sure.
Why are you looking at why are you looking at Snake?
from the AquaStar team, like legitimately. And it's even from the beginning when we gutted this thing, when we started talking to Mike, aka Snake, about coming to work for us. I remember having lunch with him and said, "Hey, we're ready to bring on a brand manager, and there's nobody else I want but you." And I said, "But before you say yes, before we even start talking about anything, I want you to come up and see what we're doing." And I brought him in the door, and he was like even with this place gutted, he was like, I had no clue what was coming. And then as we kept adding and adding and adding, even with the hardware that's here, And even then, when we started asking him to pick out things, the decks that he has back there and what was going to be used, he's like, well, what's my budget? Again, we want the best, right? Go for it. And, the rest is history relative to that. So it's, you guys talk about education quite a bit, and we love the education platform. We talked about it with the team earlier. We love being able to interact with pool professionals because we feel like we learn as much from them as they're learning from us, and being nimble and being able to fix pain points in the industry, and being in front of those pool professionals all the time and hearing what those pain points are. I feel like it makes us a better company, and being able to bring it back to the facilities here and implement those things to fix those pain points. So yeah, selfishly, we get just as much out of the education as hopefully we're giving.
So when you walk in here, right, and we kind of talked about it, and again, it doesn't really do it any justice. This is like, it's an experience from the minute you walk into AquaStar, period, right? When you walk into the main lobby and having the star, right, and then going into each and every one of your guys' conference rooms and your different meeting rooms that you have. Your studio is no different than that, and it's a complete experience. What was the type of vibe that you guys were shooting for when you created this?
First class, right? First class vibe. It's again, it's the best tools to help our what we feel is a A+ team that we have. Like we want A+ instruments, and we wanted to produce a studio where we could not, like you said, not when we started doing this, everybody's like, oh, you guys are going to start doing a podcast. Like, no, we're not. That's not why we're making this. This is for educational content for our industry, again, to help raise the bar. And we've already begun. We're developing a digital catalog, and that's going to be accessible through the industry. And again, Michael's got a ton of work to do, but
he keeps throwing that out, Michael.
Snake, sorry. And it's a vibe that you're, like you said, I think education before was for manufacturers was who drew the short straw.
Yeah.
Right. And now we've put together a studio where our employees are excited to get in here and actually help with that education. Steve Barnes can't wait. Every time we talk about coming over here, he walks in this door and he's skipping through that door. He's a kid in a candy store.
Steve is a different animal. Yeah.
And he loves it. And obviously, Michael too. He loves this, and you're gonna see some fun things coming out of here. I'm not gonna spill too much tea on that, but.
So. Hey, Michael, one quick thing, and I know that we didn't plan this, we haven't talked about this, but I'm sitting here watching the Instagram Live, and big shout out to David Jones, which is setting up the attendant out there at the PEP, because he'll be there tomorrow morning, starting early. What time are you guys going to be there?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. All right. So coffee cart gets there at 7:30 for anybody that's interested. So
7:30.
So Michael, really quick question. I'm looking at the Instagram Live. I know we haven't planned for this, but I think I want people to get the visual of what we're going to talk about next, because I want to talk about the screen that you have. And so for everybody that's watching, and by the way, Todd, you're sitting there talking, right? And I'm sitting here in awe just watching the backdrop, because it looks so freaking realistic, especially when that camera and the people are sitting right here, that hits just straight back there. So Michael, by any chance, do you have anything else that you can throw on that back wall as we talk about this thing? Or are you going to need a couple minutes to be able to do that? Okay, so when we go to commercial break, we are going to do that. So you know what? Let's do this. Let's take the commercial break now, because what I want to do is I want to talk about that back wall, but what I want people to do is be able to see what it is that wall is able to do. And it's so freaking impressive that I think it's the best time to be able to do that. So let's do this. Let's take a word from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we're going to show that beauty. We'll be right back.
Pool pros have specific needs when it comes to general liability insurance. The SPPA program has you covered. With 3 tailored and customizable general liability options, SPPA makes it easy for pool pros to feel secure. Find out more and get covered at thesppa.com. U.S. Motors Neptune Variable Speed Motor provides a versatile replacement solution for all your pool pump motor needs. This motor can communicate with pool control systems, provide low voltage options to work with time clocks, and can be installed as a standalone pump motor. The Neptune motor can be easily installed on existing pumps, upgrading them to a variable speed pump without the need for replumbing. Enjoy energy savings and quiet operation by installing a Neptune Variable Speed Motor today. For more information and to find your local distributor, visit usmotors.com/pool. Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
AquaStar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed, open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable. And these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with the pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleaners faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today.
Natural Chemistry, a leader in specialty water care solutions for over 30 years, is proud to provide products that make pool service easier than ever before. Its unique enzyme formulations in Pro Series Pro Blend improve efficiency of your pool program while reducing frequency of filter cleaning and scum lines. Natural Chemistry is also well known for its wide variety of phosphate removal solutions that include a non-clouding formula in Phos-Free and extremely high-range removal with Pro Series Phos Remove or Phos-Free Max. Save time, save money, save work with Pro Series products. Stop sacrificing durability or efficiency with the help of Raypak's new Avia HD models that utilize NITEC, their exclusive industry-first technology. NITEC heat exchanger technology is Raypak's latest solution to superior strength and maximum efficiency when it comes to residential pool heating. With 900% more nickel compared to copper nickel in critical surfaces, NITEC creates an ideal surface to protect against scale formation and erosion without compromising on Avia's 84% thermal efficiency. Learn more at raypak.com/NITEC. The next evolution in lighting is here. Universal Color Logic 2.0 from Hayward. The latest in pool and spa lighting was designed with you in mind, making installation a breeze. Upgrades include a detachable cord and first-of-a-kind adjustable lower catch to overcome variations in plaster thickness. As always, Universal Color Logic lights retrofit into virtually any in-ground pool or spa while delivering industry-leading, vibrant color. Visit Hayward.com to discover more.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Pool Nation Live podcast. So we are talking to everybody over here that is on Instagram, and we were just talking to John, and we want to talk about the wall that we have here. But before we do that, I am not going to let this pass, right? I don't think I should let this pass. So I could see Mr. John in front of this wall right here doing a training, and I could see you kind of standing there, and when you're talking about whether it's water chemistry, right, walking up and kind of touching to the screen, and you know, if you look here, right, the potential of hydrogen and kind of explaining, and right, and you can, and Michael can grab the potential of hydrogen, and when you put them together, and you can walk to the screen and kind of like go like that and bring them together.
Talk about your borates.
Wow.
Yeah. pH. So
no. Yeah, no, I'm down. You know, I'm down.
I mean, other than that, we'd have to put Zach with those beautiful legs over there, kind of on the screen, and I don't think we want to do that.
I was looking at Zach over there, and I was like, wow. Bro. No, you've completely embraced the dad, the full on dad.
Yeah, like you've
100%.
gone down that dad
I'm
rabbit
just waiting
hole.
for the dad jokes to start rolling in.
Yeah.
Oh, the dad jokes
Yeah.
are already going.
Yeah.
Which let me tell you, Sienna did something like that to Brianna the other day, and it was like a total dad joke moment. And then, of course, I'm sitting there proud, and then, of course, Sienna makes fun of me. Oh, that's just one of dad's jokes. I'm like, really? You had to ruin the moment? It was so good. By the way, Omar, I'm getting shout outs over here that put Omar's horse picture up on the screen. And now I am so intrigued. Snake, please tell me that you have that picture. You might be able to pull it up. You're going to pull up something. Okay, so I want everybody to take a look at, the screen that we have over here in the background, and it is just absolutely amazing. Of course, now that I'm trying to do it, and I'm sitting here, I get obviously a little bit of a delay on the video that I'm watching, so I'm kind of a little bit thrown off back over there. But anyways, take a look at that. Look at that. I want you to see that, Todd, because I want you to see how cool that looks on that screen. Right?
Love it.
What else you got for us, Michael? You got something else for us? You going to throw up on that screen?
Careful, Michael.
Yeah, Michael. Very careful. You got something for us? I don't know. I want you to get creative, right? Like he's creative, Yeah, it's okay. It's the Pool Nation podcast. They'll forgive us.
Well, what's crazy is I sent Leslie a picture with the last one, and she's like, "That's a cool backdrop." And I'm like, "No, you don't understand.
That is
this
not
is
a backdrop." Hey, do you have the video? Obviously, I don't want to put the audio on it, but do you have the video that you did for us at the beginning that you can throw up on there and kind of show that up there? Just don't put the audio. On the Instagram Live, we'll be able to see it. So, anyways, everybody check this out. He's going to be playing a video up there that is absolutely just amazing in that, back wall. This is a video that they kind of put together. They want Brian's face on the on the screen. So
They're going to get him. They're going to get him coming up.
hey, Justin, big shout out. So, anyways, this is just, absolutely amazing what you guys have done with this wall. And what I could see with that wall, I could totally see Steve Barnes kind of going there, having his graphics, whether he's talking about hydraulics, right? And you kind of have the flow. I could see him, just like I was joking with John, that people are going to be walking up and he's going to be able to talk, okay, the flow is coming from here. Or a video when you are doing, you have a pump, you have the filter, you have all that. A lot of times on the classes that we teach, it's just on the PowerPoint. But he's literally going to be able to walk to it and just kind of walk through and kind of walk everybody through what it is that they're teaching, rather than people just kind of guessing what's up on the screen.
Throw screens and move it around with his motions.
Like Tony Stark type stuff.
Yes, that's going to be just absolutely crazy. So, anyways, Todd, I want to talk about this wall because it is amazing what you guys have done. But, what kind of content is it really built to showcase? I know that you've talked about the catalog. I know that you talked about so what is your vision of that wall and how it's going to work?
Well, funny enough, when Olaf first thought of this studio, this was the main focus, was the wall, and the screen was at the forefront of his mind. And he had sent me what he was looking to do. And I fell out of my chair twice relative to how much it was going to cost. And so...
Now, let me ask you something really quick. Yeah. As a president of the company that has to worry about the financials, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the owner coming in going, don't spare any expense. I want the best, right? But at the end of the day, you're the one responsible for looking at the product. How does that conversation go?
It goes, Olaf, I don't know if that's in the budget for this year. And he goes, yes, it is. Just go sell more. That's what it is. That's how the conversation goes.
So how does your conversation go? How does your conversation go with the team?
You can imagine how that goes with the team.
So do you use the pitch of, team, Olaf really wants an awesome wall up. You need to go out and sell more, or do you just kind of give them the sales pitch of no, you just need to go sell more?
Yeah, we have an amazing team. They're motivated enough. I don't need to put that on them. I wear that one.
Yeah. So do
I don't
do you keep note? Because by the way, he gives me a hard time because supposedly I have a profit and loss statement number
You do.
on
Not supposedly.
not supposedly.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
you've cost us a fair amount of money over the years for sure.
why do I always take the
Hey,
heat?
John gave away a bunch of auctions too.
John gave away. John's
No,
the one that
you,
comes up with the
you,
idea, but they
it's
put
all
my
you.
name on it, right?
all you.
Right. So
I will gladly teach your business class.
there you go. There you go. So do you kind of keep notes so that at the end of the year you could go, well, technically this is where the profit and loss statement would have been until you walked into the room and said sell more pumps. No, it's just sell more pumps.
I'll keep that between him and I. I'll keep those conversations between him and I. But no, this was the focus. This was the centerpiece of the room. And the idea was just what you see, what we can do with it back here. And this was the most painful part of the project. What went into this wall is, yeah. I still twitch when I think about how difficult it was to put up. And again, the team here did it. And this is a screen that you would see at any of your major sporting events, up on the big screen, on the TVs that you see walking around the arenas. Like it is, and it handles. It's not a projector, and it handles the highest quality of content that you can throw up on it. So yeah, it's the focal point in here for sure. And then obviously, again, we want to put good educational content together with it and figure out how to utilize it and get to our pool professionals and help raise the bar.
Well, hey, just to let you know, I don't know if you guys are noticing on here, but social media has exploded with happy birthday to Brian. So Brian, I did not know it was your birthday today, so I want to tell you happy birthday. From everybody at Pool Nation, but this thing has just absolutely exploded. So you've got here, wow, check this out. Let's see here. Ensenada Pools, happy birthday, Brian. The Real Jordan, happy birthday, Brian. Academy Pools, happy birthday, Brian.
I feel like it was your birthday not that long ago.
Nicole. Nicole Pesbino, happy birthday. Let's see here. Poolside with Brian. And people are asking who's Brian. Willow Creek Pools, poolside with Brian. Happy birthday, big guy. Ooh, he called you a big guy. Jeanette is saying, hey, Brian, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Brian.
So everybody.
Happy birthday, Brian.
And then Maria is on here, by the way, saying that she just absolutely loves the screen, just to let you know. So just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I think what's the aspect, Michael? It's at 18 by 9? Well, it's roughly 16 by 9, but it's 10 feet by 20 feet.
10 feet.
So people can get a good idea of
10 feet by 20 feet. That's just absolutely amazing. Yeah. So this is for Brian on the Instagram Live. So if you are watching on the Instagram Live, you are going to be able to see something for Brian. And
Oh boy.
by the way, happy birthday, Brian. Oh Lord, what a crowd. What a crowd.
Thank you, Snake. Appreciate it.
Yes. So
Todd, you talked about like this was a real focal point from the very beginning, and I'm curious, when you guys first kind of came up with the screen, was this it? Is this what you landed on, or was it like an evolution in design and size, and like did that evolve? And then I don't know if we can talk about, but it's not just one big screen, which I think is pretty cool. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, funny enough, when it wasn't an evolution at all. He had the screen picked out. He's like, I know what I want. I know what we want. And we came in here and we told him, we're like, it's not going to fit. And he was like, yes, it is. We're going to make it fit. And we're like, okay, we'll make it fit. So we actually did have to extend a little bit for construction. And but yeah, there was no settling. It was automatic. I know what TV I want, and I'm getting the best of the best, and we're going for it.
It's awesome.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. A lot of fun to work with and work for.
Mr. Flawless, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
You doing well?
I'm doing well.
You have a look that you're getting hungry. Are you hungry?
I'm very hungry. I am very hungry, but that's not. I'm still taking this in. You know, this is and not only that, but let's not forget that we actually have our first live audience.
I know. That's kind of
right?
cool. It is kind of cool.
Know? And instead of them, but they're all on their phones.
I
don't know. What the hell they're
I
doing on
know.
their
It's just
phones
like
right now.
we are really boring because they're on their phone. Yeah,
Time management.
yeah. They need to take the time management class.
Yeah.
You know, Corey's the only one kind of sitting there watching and kind of studying everything that we're doing.
And I'm watching Corey's facial
Janie's on her
expressions as we go
phone
through
sitting
this.
over there,
Yeah.
and Brian's sitting over there, and then Omar's just. I'm going to throw them all under the bus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's a little different to kind of get used to. So I'm just kind of soaking it in, and then also too, it's like having the lights. Feels like I'm almost at the awards, right? When we have those lights shining.
It's
on
practice.
us.
It's practice.
It is. I'm getting ready. Yeah, I'm getting ready. So
I had another question. I imagine the Masters would look really good on here.
Oh, now you're going to get me in trouble. Yeah, we've watched some live stream sports in here, and it's pretty amazing. Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, could you imagine watching your favorite sporting event on this screen?
Oh no, I
Really?
know.
I
I would be in here. And just,
Leanne and I would just be sitting just with two chairs watching the Super Bowl right there, like nobody else. Loud, close the door.
Yeah, yeah. It was it was the British Open was the last, and Brennan, Melissa's oldest son, asked me if I was staying home to watch it on Friday, and I go, no, I got to go into work, and he's like, oh, okay. So I come in, and of course, I come in here during the lunch break, and we turn it on, and I'm watching, and Michael takes a picture from the control room of me sitting here watching it and sends it to Melissa and then his wife. And then of course she forwards it on, and Brennan's like, working. Yeah. Good job. Congratulations.
He had his laptop sitting right there
I
on
did.
the corner of the
I
table.
did.
Did you really?
I did, yeah.
And
I
you had
did.
it on the screen?
Well, no, I was working on my laptop.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No, but it's a great room. It's incredible.
Hey, I don't want people to forget, but Snake, we are still getting the request for Omar's horse picture, and that's not going away. There's a lot of people online asking for that. So, do you have that horse picture? Is that something that we can manage to get? Apparently, what? Is he saying no? He's trying to finagle that.
One of you three has it.
Yeah.
One of you three has
Yeah,
to
one of
screenshot
you-
that, crop
one
that
of you-
thing, send it to LM. Come on.
Because let me tell you, there is a lot of people that's asking for it. Were you able to get it? Omar's trying to get it. You're a good sport.
I
You're a
can't
good
wait to see
sport.
this picture.
I know. I'm driving me crazy because it's been like 3 or 4 times that that people are asking right here that they want to do it, and these guys are cracking up. So,
Can we get the one with the filter in the horse?
so let me ask you. So, you know, when you guys design the studio, is the studio your thought process really kind of, you know, for you guys? Or you think that you're going to use it for dealers, for techs, for, you know, who's going to be able to take advantage of that?
Yeah, this is definitely, industry driven idea. We want to bring, we wanted to launch this with you guys. And, but yeah, from here on out, we want to bring anybody and everybody that wants to come in here and testimonials, tell us about yourself. We're going to use it. Open doors. absolutely. Wide open doors.
That is absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
I
That is
love
cool.
that.
Yeah. And so what type of content will you be producing in here? Are you going to be doing some podcasts? Are you going to do training videos, product launches?
Well, podcasts will be only podcasts like this. If someone wants to come in and do it with us, we're not going to produce our own podcast. But educational purposes for sure.
Cool.
Absolutely. It's we've laid down as far as the digital catalog goes, we've laid down our first the first content for the pump. And Michael has about 3.5 hours worth of content that he needs to sift through and edit and get up online. And that was important to us because just, solving those pain points really quick relative to, simple programming. How do you set the time on the pump? How do you set freeze protection? How do you, just the small things where pool professionals can go to the YouTube channel and find those really quick when they're unable to get a hold of one of the AquaStar team members. So something to streamline that. And once we get that going, then it's going to snowball from there. So you're going to see a lot of content come out of here relative to the product offerings that we have and what's available.
Perfect.
And by the way, I have David Jones over here kind of going, hey, can you play the video over on the big screen? He's at the bar, so there's no caption. So he goes, I can't go to Instagram because there's no captions. I can't. He's keeping the volume down so he can watch. But I just did see that, David, that it did play on the restream. It played on the restream, right, Michael? The video played on the restream for YouTube, the one that you had on the screen? Yeah, I saw it on there. So, David, you should have been able to see it. If not, let us know, and we'll be able to kind of try to rerun that for you out there. So, are you guys going to be doing? Are you going to be doing any other type of, content in here? You're going to be doing, and what I'm envisioning, any like live launches, like you have products that you're very quiet about that you can't announce, and then all of a sudden you guys are going to kind of start to tease that you have a live announcement on, and then you can kind of go stream live and kind of share what that is. Is that part of the maybe
That would be legit.
That would be cool,
Some
right?
of the streamer things, poppers we had.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
Especially with you guys, and I'm assuming that you guys have some stuff in the pipeline, no pun intended.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you guys are going to have some new stuff that's going to be coming out, and
Yeah. I don't want to spill
you don't want to
too much, but absolutely, we have some plans that we're going to keep close to the vest for a little while and until we're ready to go, and you'll see some wonderful things coming out of here that that'll be different. It'll be far different than what we've seen before.
Yeah. There's
Oh, boy.
check out this. Make that bad boy big. Let's go.
Boy.
All the way. So for everybody that's watching on Instagram, stay tuned because we have a little bit of a delay, but here is going to
larger
come.
than life.
Here is going to come. Wait till you guys see this. Look at this on Instagram. For everybody that's listening, if you can't watch this, go to Instagram, and he is stretching out that screen for us right now. But you guys are going to be able to appreciate that, which, by the way, look at this. I'm getting Omar's picture. We need a picture of Omar doing a horse wheelie is what they're asking for.
So my question is, was that like an emergency delivery situation for a customer?
Wow.
So I'm really kind of interested to find out because, by the way, you should look how cool. I'm going to show you here in the screen in a second because he moved it, but you're going to be able to see that, Todd, and actually kind of enjoy that. Are you on Instagram? Like, pull up your Instagram phone so that you can see that. Look at that. Look at how great that looks on the screen. Oh, man, just absolutely love it. Jaden, there's your picture.
Wow.
Todd, do you know the story about this picture?
I absolutely know the story about this.
So
picture,
can you-
and I
can you
still
share it?
Scratch my head on why.
So what was the idea behind this picture?
Well, he went to visit a client, and I don't know if
That
there
was Jaden, right?
Yeah,
Good.
I don't. Yeah,
bring a hat and bring boots.
I don't know if there was tequila involved, and that's how I got him up there. But
Looking at his face in that picture, there had to be a little bit of tequila because look at that grin he's got going on right there. Yeah. Look at that grin he's got going on.
Talk about customer service right there, dude, right?
Either that or he will do anything to sell a pub. It worked, right? So let me tell you, did Jaden buy the equipment? So there you go. There you go. You won that right there.
okay, Snake, let's take that away.
I imagine you have a.
Snake, that is awesome, by the way. I love that picture, Snake.
I imagine you have a lot of head scratcher situations that go on around here with these guys.
Yes, it's what keeps it. It's what keeps it fun for sure. As serious as we are, is how much fun we have as well.
Yeah, and that's important, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and we talk about it all the time. When it's time to get serious, it's time to get serious, but don't take yourself too serious, right? And that's kind of what keeps the energy.
Yeah.
So
The culture, I feel like I don't know. I think we're second to none in the industry relative to the culture that our team has and how much fun they have together, and that makes this thing go so efficiently, inside and outside, which is amazing.
So Todd, I want to ask, and John talked about this earlier, that we're super honored to be here to kind of launch with you guys on this, and I wanted to ask, why us to help you with the launch? Why choose Pool Nation?
Well, again, this is here because of where this relationship started. You know, it's you guys you guys helped us along in this journey with social media. Edgar's been a big influence and on myself and what you guys have done at Pool Nation. And I don't know what else to say. It's kudos to you guys for kind of spurring us along and getting us to understand how important this stuff is. And it's pretty crazy relative to the video that we started off with, where this has all come, right?
And I don't know if you remember. So I remember the first time we got together. Obviously, we were talking about the pipeline filter, right? And the first time that we did the podcast and that kind of stuff. And I joked with you that you kind of needed to think a little bit outside the box. You needed to kind of be creative because people. And I don't know if you remember or not, but you know, we kind of were trying to get you to do funny things, and you did one pose with the filter. You remember that? Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
That
one still haunts me.
Snake, do we have that picture?
But let me tell you, it's just you have fully embraced it all. You have
exactly the word I was going to say.
You have fully embraced it all on your own, right? Like we've been able to give you and say, hey, you should do this, you should do that. At the end of the day, you've really kind of be able to do. And that day that we joked around and you did the pose with a filter like that, and we posted that picture, and that picture just blew up, right? And it's like that's the idea of it. You have to be different. You have to do different things. You have to, get out of the box of what a lot of these other companies do. They're just everybody tries to be buttons up.
We were just talking about it yesterday. I'm sitting there till 11:30 at night. We're trying to figure out where we're going to sleep for the night, right? And I get a boom. Todd tagged you in a post, right?
Yeah.
What other president of a company, right? You know what I mean? Is sitting there on social media and is there and is actively on there. And, like you said, you absolutely embrace it and you rolled with it. And it's important. And I think it's testament to why AquaStar has gotten to where they've gotten so quickly, especially in the last few years, is because instead of resisting change, you've embraced change and you've helped create the change in the industry, and understanding and knowing that, the days of the old are the days of the old, right? And we need to know that the new generation of pool pros that are getting into the world. Sorry, Edgar,
don't say
you.
old and look at me like that, bro.
You are one of the few old dogs that have learned new tricks, right? And me, myself included in that. You have to embrace this change and understand that this is where it's going, and we can sit and try to fight it and continue with the ways of the past, but in reality, that's not where we're going to be 5-10 years from now. This is what it is. Mm-hmm. And you guys have, again, I don't want to keep saying the same word, but you have embraced it, and not only embraced it, but you have just ran with it, and you've set a great example, right, for others. And, you know, this is the way of the future, and you guys have just done an amazing job of it. So,
and our team has embraced it, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
really cool. And they're having a ton of fun with it. And Corey's sitting here in studio with us, and I think that's one of the lures to come over to us, is because what the rest of the team had embraced and done with social media, and he saw that, he saw that being the future, and along with I believe some other things that were happening with the company. That was, I think I remember specifically talking about that. Like, that was a big part of the reason he wanted to come over
and have fun with it as well too,
Yeah.
right? And not being, it's like it, and when you do these and you joke around, and we know you having fun with it because you bring Brian along, right? You know, and what it does is it really humanizes you guys, right? And it's not, and it makes people see that you're not just the president of AquaStar, right? Or you're not just, you know, the owner of AquaStar, or you're not just the vendors or the manufacturers that are up sitting in a corporate whatever pedestal up there, that you're one of us, you know, and you're there fighting the good fight with us on a daily basis, and, you know, putting yourself out there and showing your faces and having fun, and you know, being there side by side, shoulder to shoulder with us.
But that speaks a lot to the pool. We talk about it all the time, and I get tired of talking about it. And we talk to all the companies. They all come in, and they're always like, "Oh, what can we do better? What can we do?" And you know, at the end of the day, it's we all know that this is a relationship-based industry, right? And when you're down there doing what you do and creating a community, you're creating relationship with those pool pros. And let's not kid ourselves. Our pool pros feel that they're left at the bottom of the barrel. Like, let's be honest, right? A lot of the individual pool guys, the one poolers out there, feel like, you
They're
know,
not important.
we're not important. They don't give us the attention. The focus goes on the builders or all that kind of stuff. And when you guys do that, and when you, not as Todd, as the president of AquaStar, is going down to these boot camps like we're going to do tomorrow, it's very easy for a president of a company to just kind of go, okay, well, you guys go do that. That's what I have the team for. But you don't. You're at every single one of those, connecting with those pool pros, building relationships with those pool pros. And then what ends up happening is people want to do business with people that they know, people that they create. And this is an industry that's based on relationships. And we repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. And people, it just goes in through here and out through out to the other companies.
It's human nature. You invest in the people who invest in you, right? And that's just exactly what you guys are doing. And it shows. And it's been, you know, years and years and years. And slowly it's like a snowball effect, right?
Yep.
We're finally getting to that point where things are really starting to happen. And you can't discount the fact, and Edgar, like what you said, is, you know, every year it's the same thing, multiple times per year. You guys are there, you guys are knocking it out. You're bringing your A game, and you're taking it to the next level. And just wait until we do our Pool Pro Challenge, right? And that's like our next project that we have going on, and what you guys are going to be bringing to the table for the Pool Pros, and understanding that it starts with, you know, us, the little guys.
Yep.
You know, the guys that are out there doing it.
We feel a lot of synergy with the pool professional, because we're a private company, right? We're just like whether you're a one polar or you got a team of 50 service professionals. We're a privately held company, and there's a ton of synergy there. And we've got to be, we feel, and we try to be, we've got to be better than the next guy. We can't bring Me Too products to the industry. We can't be average on our customer service. We can't be, average on our customer experience. We talk about it all the time. Customer experience is so important, but it's, the synergy is real, and that's why we love this energy. I mean, you talk about, embracing this industry and embracing the culture. I mean, my man Omar is on a horse at a client's house with a filter on his back. Wow. That's a team player right there.
Hey, I do have a couple questions over here. What's up with Tyler, the new member?
Yeah,
Can we talk about that? I don't even know if we could talk about that, and I just kind of read that out loud here. So somebody's asking.
Yeah, we have a new rep that works. So we know Omar handles the Southwest for us in the country, and then also our international division. And we're growing. We're building an in-house team, and we brought on Tyler, who is down in the Southern California market as well, working under Omar and handling Orange County, San Diego, and the desert. So he's been with us now for 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. So came from distribution and has been in the game for quite a while. Another individual that embraces our culture and just another great fit for our team.
So I'm going to do one more question, side question here, but let's talk about that because we were talking about that in the car on the way, and we were talking about it's like we got a little bit distracted, and then all of a sudden you have all these people on your team, right? And we remember, like if it was yesterday, like just the fact that you brought Corey on, and we were high-fiving over here, and we were excited that you brought Corey on and stuff like that. And I thought that would be kind of a little bit slow, and then all of a sudden we look, and you've got this huge team. So who do you have? Who's the whole rest of the team? Obviously, you've got Mandy.
You're going to put me to the test right now.
Yeah, but the audience can yell.
Yeah, no, we're good. So in the Northeast, we have Jeff, who has come on. He's been with us for a couple months now, and then obviously Mandy. Everyone knows Mandy, our national sales manager. Josh handles the Southeast for us. Jason is in the Texas, New Mexico market, and obviously Omar on the Southwest and international. Corey in the Pacific Northwest, and we're going to be bringing on another individual in the Midwest here at the beginning of the month who comes from the industry for, how long was he in the industry, Brian? 7 years? 8 years, yeah. A stud. That's all I will say right now.
Do you see how he threw that stud out? A stud.
Yeah.
Like he threw it out there.
And then obviously we have Brian.
The horse picture.
No, not that stuff.
No, not that stuff. No.
And then Brian, our national technical sales manager. So
Mandy is saying 9.
The team is evolving, and Mandy's doing a hell of a job of putting an incredible outside team together.
I want you guys to think about this. The first podcast that we ever did with Todd, it was just Mandy. That was it, right? Who else did you have?
Wow.
Jason, I think.
No,
right?
Jason. Oh, yeah. Well, no, Jason came a little bit. The very first one that we did.
Yeah. And that was when Jamie was with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it was,
It was just I don't think that you had anybody else. And then here we are a couple of years later, and you got 9 people.
Yeah.
Well,
that's pretty amazing.
And we're gonna keep going. We're absolutely gonna keep going. And building that strong in-house team is so important. And again, like it's not trivial, right? Mm-hmm. It's not an easy thing to do. And Mandy's doing an incredible job. I think all of them would give kudos to her.
So I can't wait to have her on the podcast and really kind of talk about a lot about that strategy and how we're going to do that. So Mandy, Todd and I are going to be able to pick some dates here very shortly. And he'll set it up so that you can come out to Ventura, and then we're going to come back and we're going to have Mandy on.
It's lights, camera, and action.
Mandy, lights, camera, action.
All the boys are sitting here laughing right now. They're smiling.
So
they can't wait to see that episode.
She's just doing a whole bunch of laughing emojis on here. No, that's not the way it works, Mandy. That's not the way it works. And by the way, we even talked to Olaf about it too, and just brought him into the loop because she's saying never in all caps, and it's like. Yeah, don't test our buttons, right?
Don't challenge Edgar.
Don't challenge. So, Jaden is saying Pool Nation's training has always been recommended to me and to all the pool guys. I know, I appreciate that, Jaden. So Tyler is T AquaStar, right? Okay, so he's on here on social media. Big shout out to Academy Pools. Yes,
Tyler will be there tomorrow at our
Tyler
training.
will be there tomorrow.
Yep.
Nice.
We're gonna be what 6-7 strong tomorrow. Is that there?
6-7 strong.
Yeah.
So
at the boot camp, we're excited. It's gonna be fun.
I think we're gonna have to do the boot camp till midnight tomorrow. because we have space for 40 and there's like 70 people, so I don't know how we're gonna do it. No. But we're gonna have to. Do we have another room over there we can kind of put together and split some people and kind of figure it out? So no, look, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. That's kind of the stuff that gives us the energy and the and all that kind of stuff. And even Leanne was kind of going, oh, it's kind of weird. Like this is not normally in your repertoire of stuff that you do. And I'm like, no, Heritage reached out, Victor reached out, and we're going to get out there and we're going to, obviously do the boot camp and have a great time with everybody. There's going to be a coffee truck in the morning. There's going to be lunch that's going to be provided. There's even entertainment that they're going to have there tomorrow that they told me about today, which I did not know. Settle it down, John. It's not you. You are not the entertainment.
You are from entertainment. I know that.
They're going to put you up there to sing, buddy.
Yeah.
So, anyways, hey, Michael, let's do this. Let's take a word from our sponsors. And when we come back, Mr. John, Mr. Zach, and you know what? We're going to throw Todd in there today, and I kind of want to get some final thoughts. So, and look, Jaden is saying that he can help in teaching Spanish. So, Omar, I think we're going to have a couple classes out there. Are you going tomorrow, Omar? Oh, perfect. So if we have anybody that asks some questions in Spanish, we're covered.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, you know what we need to do is get you in front of the screen and do some Spanish videos over here. And then on the top corner, we can have the picture of the horse. So everybody kind of stays engaged watching you. While sitting on the horse, you'll do the videos. Jaden, I know that you are watching. So Jaden, do me a favor. Can we set something up so we can shoot some videos with Omar on top of a horse teaching a little bit of a pipeline filter?
In the studio.
No, we can't have a horse. Did you see how Todd was like, no, like I'll draw the line somewhere. So, let's see here. Wash and Bright, your pool pro. Mi sangre boricua siempre el de brillo. Big shout out to our boys all the way out in Puerto Rico that they were watching live. Nice. And Alex is coming over to the Pool Nation Awards. He already reached out to me. So we are going to have our boys, Miguel and Falcon is going to be coming out. And Alex is going to be coming out here as well this year. All the way. That's a long flight to get out there. So big shout out to you, brother. I appreciate the support. We'll be right back after these words.
Pool pros have specific needs when it comes to general liability insurance. The SPPA program has you covered. With 3 tailored and customizable general liability options, SPPA makes it easy for pool pros to feel secure. Find out more and get covered at thesppa.com. U.S. Motors Neptune Variable Speed Motor provides a versatile replacement solution for all your pool pump motor needs. This motor can communicate with pool control systems, provide low voltage options to work with time clocks, and can be installed as a standalone pump motor. The Neptune motor can be easily installed on existing pumps, upgrading them to a variable speed pump without the need for replumbing. Enjoy energy savings and quiet operation by installing a Neptune Variable Speed Motor today. For more information and to find your local distributor, visit usmotors.com/pool. Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
AquaStar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed, open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable. And these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with the pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleaners faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today.
Natural Chemistry, a leader in specialty water care solutions for over 30 years, is proud to provide products that make pool service easier than ever before. Its unique enzyme formulations in Pro Series Pro Blend improve efficiency of your pool program while reducing frequency of filter cleaning and scum lines. Natural Chemistry is also well known for its wide variety of phosphate removal solutions that include a non-clouding formula in Phos-Free and extremely high-range removal with Pro Series Phos Remove or Phos-Free Max. Save time, save money, save work with Pro Series products. Stop sacrificing durability or efficiency with the help of Raypak's new Avia HD models that utilize NITEC, their exclusive industry-first technology. NITEC heat exchanger technology is Raypak's latest solution to superior strength and maximum efficiency when it comes to residential pool heating. With 900% more nickel compared to copper nickel in critical surfaces, NITEC creates an ideal surface to protect against scale formation and erosion without compromising on Avia's 84% thermal efficiency. Learn more at raypak.com/NITEC. The next evolution in lighting is here. Universal Color Logic 2.0 from Hayward. The latest in pool and spa lighting was designed with you in mind, making installation a breeze. Upgrades include a detachable cord and first-of-a-kind adjustable lower catch to overcome variations in plaster thickness. As always, Universal Color Logic lights retrofit into virtually any in-ground pool or spa while delivering industry-leading, vibrant color. Visit Hayward.com to discover more.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Pool Nation Instagram Live. By the way, we're having a great time out here. So we have the Instagram Live going on over here. So we're kind of trying to manage like two different things today. It's been a little bit challenging for me, but it's been fun. And so in one of those moments, we have separate mics that we have for the Instagram Live for the camera so that it'll pick it up. And John was kind of having a conversation with Zach out there, and Edge Pools just kind of caught it, right? The cowboy ribeye for two.
Yeah, I didn't know we were actually live.
God knows what else you said.
No, I don't know. I'm sure. I'm sure what I said on the second live that we did when we ended. Remember when it kind of went out and the live was there? I'm sure some people caught some of those choice words. But that never got posted, right? So
it did.
Only those that got lucky enough to listen.
Yeah,
on,
I deleted
that was
those.
Live, right?
Yeah, I deleted them.
Got to see that raw, uncut footage.
Big side of mac and cheese, laughing my ass off.
Yeah,
And mashed potatoes.
yeah.
Double baked potato.
Yes, 100%.
Oh, this is legit. Yeah. So that was on one of the lives that we were testing. Is that what you guys were talking
You
about?
told us to talk.
Because I told you guys to talk.
Yeah, you told us to talk. And that's like the most awkward thing. Just start talking, right? You know what I mean? You have not a conversation that you're actually bringing up or that you're not really talking about anything.
We're not that weird.
You know what I mean? We're not like you who can do the Instagram Live every single week, right? And can stare at yourself and be able to talk, right? You know, comfortably.
But that's why I told you guys to talk to each other so that you wouldn't.
I'm proud of them I'm proud of them. They kept it PG.
Yeah,
like you guys were talking
that's why we
about
talk
food.
about steak and
Oh my
sides.
God.
Someone was looking out.
And
right?
by the
You know,
way, he says, my man, I agree with your food choices, exclamation point right there. So,
Let's go.
so anyways, hey guys, we're at the end of the podcast. Mr. Zacharias, I'm going to get some final thoughts.
I've had a lot of fun here tonight hanging out with everyone, and I just want to say what a great job you guys have done with this. This is truly amazing, and I'm going to, just go back to it. You can't do it justice with just video and footage and things like that. You have to be in here to experience this, experience the lighting and everything that went into this. This was not just, hey, let's put this together and then it comes together. This is very well thought out, very well designed thing that you guys have done. And so thank you for hosting us here and letting us kind of take this journey with you and announce it to everyone and let them see it.
Mr. Flawless.
Yeah, look, I kind of spoke my piece and how I felt earlier, and I can say that I've been sitting here contemplating and thinking that what we need to do, Mama, is look at getting maybe a condo out here, and when we're doing our podcast now, instead of doing it live from my studio in my area, I can just be out here and then maybe kind of swing in here and kind of do it from here remotely, you know, and then maybe get a little spot out here and then do the podcast from here. What do you think about that?
Anytime.
Yeah.
Love it.
And don't give Edgar ideas.
Oh, my head is already spinning, but I know Todd's going to say no.
And then hopefully when I come over here, look,
Oh, we're not paying for the condo.
look, rock and roll for sure. And then maybe if there's like a janitor closet over here, you guys can get me in like a little spot right here, you know what I mean, where I can stay in the meantime, you know, during the day. But no, for real, you guys have been absolutely amazing, and we love every single time we come out here and visit you guys. You guys, you know, you guys are over the top, first of all, and with everything that you do, and we absolutely love it. And you do it genuinely, right, because you want to, and you make it so comfortable for us. We truly feel like we're part of the team here, you know. And I love every minute that I spend here because I know each and every person that I meet and that I talk to, you know, is literally on the same page, trying to make the industry better and trying to, you know, create something that hasn't been done before. And you know, like what Edgar was saying, is we're on the same page, you know. And this is a home run, and looking forward to being able to come out here and do many more of them, right? And then more importantly, I want to see what this produces. It took many years to put this together, and to see the products that's going to come out of it and what you guys are going to be able to do to help impact the industry. I'm glad that I have a front row seat in it. So thank you so much for everybody that put the heart, soul, sweat, tears, everything that's involved in making this happen. And Michael, good luck, brother, or Snake.
Wait, can we give him a shout out for that video at the beginning when we walked in?
Dude, that video was awesome.
So just to let everybody know, we walked in, they had the studio dark, they didn't let us look, and then they played a video. I got choked up. I got a little teary with the video. I kind of confess.
I did too. And
did
I was
you?
telling Todd, it's like, you know, we go so fast, right? And we just on to the next and we're going through it. But it was a compilation of all of these different things throughout time. And I mean, there was some way back stuff in there, and it was like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah. And it's kind of crazy to just like think about it on that scale of a timeline like that.
Yeah, I get choked. We got choked up for the wrong reason. I look at it and I'm looking at how much younger I looked and how much younger I looked back then, right? And that's why I got choked up. Like, oh my God. It was like I got depressed while you guys are getting uplifted. I'm getting depressed. You know?
We have started something here because all of a sudden everybody's like, can we see it? Show it, show it, show it. But yeah, so here's what we will do. We will go ahead and post that. Where do you want to post it? AquaStar page? We can post it on both. So we'll post it on both for everybody listening out there. I think the battery on the iPhone is about to just completely die out. I'm getting kind of signals over there. Final thoughts?
Hey, look, we're, you know, you're thanking us for letting you come here. We're honored that you trusted us to host your podcast here. I don't know that you've done this remotely ever with anyone.
Nope.
Yeah.
Very first time.
So, you know, I know I'm very protective of our brand, and I know you guys are as well. So, allowing us to do this and host you guys and helping us unveil what we put together is it's an honor. It really is. And again, like you talk about the family, the vision, and the brands align just so well. There's just so much synergy because we're all fighting for the same thing, right? We're all fighting for the same thing. So,
Amen.
and that's so much fun to partner up with people that have the same vision and want to better our industry. And like you said, when we look back at some of the first videos of where you guys started and what you guys put together, that the laundry list of classes that are going to be at the next event, it's crazy impressive how fast this has come along and how important it is for the industry. You guys will see in the video, there's a slide in there that basically says our industry is not what it used to be. And it's so true. And you guys have a lot to do with that. So thank you for trusting us and coming out here and helping us unveil this masterpiece that we think we've made.
Yeah, we truly appreciate it. And we were completely just, trust me, honored that you asked us to be the first one. We were kind of like three little schoolgirls in the back of the car, really excited that you actually said that to us. And it meant a lot to us, right? It really did mean a lot to us to be able to do it and to be able to to come out here, and we wouldn't miss it for a thing. And I think that, you know, at the same time that, you know, we started our journey and you guys kind of came along, we've kind of grown together, right, through that thing. So it's not just a relationship of business. It's almost a relationship of growth, a relationship of family. And it's just absolutely amazing. You know, we love you guys, and the entire team is just absolutely, you know, amazing. So we want to thank you for everything that you've done for us, for supporting us, for saying our name in rooms that other people wouldn't say our name. We know that you've done that before, and we really appreciate that. At the end of the day, we have the same goal, right? We just want to better the industry. We want to help pool pros be financially successful, and we know that that's what's going to drive the industry. And with partners like you, you make it easy, right? We wish everybody was like you. So we appreciate it. So, hey, everybody, absolutely. Today, I really enjoyed without the interruption from my customers. That was Maria out there.
Hey, Maria.
So, and everybody's going, great podcast. And then roll that beautiful bean footage that is the footage of the video that you guys did. So, anyways, hope everybody has a, and by the way, hey, Edgepool is saying, hey, by the way, eat your asparagus, okay?
No. I remember what I said about asparagus.
Oh, no.
That's
all
a
right.
fact.
Love watching
It
the
is a
live and
fact.
hearing
Look,
the
I'm not
podcast.
worried.
Good job, guys. Hopefully I can attend the next boot camp. MTF Pools, we are going to be out at PEP, and then the next one we are going to be out in Las Vegas at the Pool Nation Conference. That one's going to be even bigger. So coming out there, hang out with us. Hey, if you can make it out to the Pool Nation Awards, it's an epic night.
Get there.
So happy Friday, everybody. And we'll catch you guys next Wednesday. Have a good one. Bye, guys.
Thanks for listening to the Pool Nation Podcast, a member of the Pool Nation family. You can listen to us live every Friday here at 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Central, and 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. You can find us at Pool Nation or poolnationpodcast.com, on Facebook, or on Instagram at pool.nation. And to find more info about Pool Invoice, the billing software built specifically for the pool industry, go to poolinvoice.com. Before you go, this is what the pool industry has been waiting for. PoolmanUniversity.com. It's the first platform dedicated to learning the swimming pool service and repair industry. A pool service community where you can connect and find videos on business, service, water chemistry, and repairs. See you there at PoolmanUniversity.com.